Traffic weather. Marty B joins us right now. Marty, good morning.
And good morning, Josh. Good morning, everybody. Again, there are some areas where the wind is blowing. We've seen the trees moving around here at community banks in Colorado and monuments. Otherwise, we just have some mountain wave clouds out there, a little bit of color in the sky this morning, and temperatures that are warmest near the mountains and coldest away from them. So Canyon City's in the 40s right now. Colorado Springs and Walsenburg reporting 30s, but we can find teens and 20s. Places like Pueblo and Lyman and La Junta. And then single digits up in Gunnison, Alamosa right now is at 12. Futurecast shows a partly cloudy sky should be expected throughout the day today. There's no precipitation in the forecast in eastern Colorado, but we will likely see an increase in snow showers over the Continental Divide with time today. The bigger story today is going to be the wind, primarily over near the mountains. In these areas that you see the oranges and reds on the map, some pretty strong wind gusts could occur, and on occasion they could be up over 50 miles an hour south of the Arkansas River. Probably not that strong farther north, but gusty nonetheless. The farther east you go, the less likely you'll have those stronger wind gusts, but we're still in for a pretty breezy and warm afternoon. Highs will reach the 50s and 60s in much of eastern Colorado today, whereas we'll only have 30s up across the Continental Divide where the snow is going to start to fly a little later on. Our local mountain communities and southern valleys should be in the 40s. If you're in an area where the sun is shining and the wind's not blowing, today's going to feel very nice, but those two things will go a long way towards how it feels at times during the day today. So point is, it may feel a little colder than those numbers would suggest in those areas where it's shady and windy. Futurecast as we head into tonight shows the snow becoming more widespread up across the high country, and there are some areas up here that could pick up more than a foot of snow with this particular system. Now we're going to get kind of sideswiped by it with the chance for a brief period of some snow tomorrow morning. Futurecast shows some of this coming in maybe in time for the morning commute. It's a close call. The snow is going to be accompanied obviously by colder air, much colder air tomorrow, and an increase in the clouds. But it does look like most of the heavier snow is going to remain up to our north and west. And so that's where all of the advisories and warnings are in place for snow. In the purple shaded areas, winter weather advisories includes pretty much most of the Continental Divide. And then we have winter storm warnings in the pink shaded areas. Those winter weather advisories do sneak out into the Denver metro area, and I think that's where, if your travels take you tomorrow morning north here along the Front Range, you'll run into most of your problems. As we could pick up a quick 1 to 2 inches perhaps over the Palmer Divide and maybe into Teller County, and it'll be cold enough that whatever falls will stick, so we could whiten up the roadways at least briefly. I think as you start to head away from the higher terrain and farther south, that becomes less likely through Colorado Springs, so we could have a little bit of a period of light snow as well, and then farther south from there it seems even less likely. Looking for temperatures tonight to fall back into the teens and 20s over northeastern Colorado. We may hang on to 30s in Canyon City, but that's about as warm as you'll get tomorrow. Look for single digits in Leadville and just much colder air area-wide tomorrow. Highs in Colorado Springs at best about 30. Again, a little bit of light snow in the morning, maybe some off and on flurries throughout the day. Rest of the week looks dry and will eventually warm back up. Does look like we'll be windy at times again, particularly on Friday. So as warm as that looks, it might be a tough day to enjoy. Teller County, cold enough tomorrow with teens that it won't take more than an inch or two of snow to whiten the road. So that's definitely a possibility tomorrow morning. Drops off into the single digits then tomorrow night. And we recover into the 40s for most of the rest of the week, probably a little bit colder on Saturday, but that system looks to give us wind more than precipitation right now. Monument, again, this is an area where we could tomorrow morning get a brief period, little burst of snow that might be just enough to whiten things up here, drop a quick inch or two, and make for some slow travel. Highs tomorrow only in the 20s. We'll get back up to about 50 by Friday. Pueblo, maybe a few flurries tomorrow. Would not worry about snow accumulating greatly, but it will be much colder with highs only in the 30s, and then lows tomorrow night in the teens. And we'll get you back into the 60s on Friday, but again, hard to enjoy with the wind more than likely. Canyon City could have some light snow showers tomorrow too. Again, doesn't look like much, but certainly colder, almost 30 degrees colder than today before the warm-up commences through the end of the week. Josh and Riley, back to you.